So you've decided to travel, you want to become a content creator, you've set up your YouTube channel, and you want to capture those moments, those awe-inspiring shots that you just can't get with a camera, and you've decided you want to purchase one of these. Now, in this video, we discuss whether it's worth purchasing a drone and whether it's worth the financial outlay and all the aggravation. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you enjoy our content, please hit that like and subscribe button. So I'm sure you'd agree that these drone shots are pretty decent and you'd want to include them in your content, right? So you've bought your drone, you've got it out of the box, you set it up, and you want to fly it, and this is where the fun starts. So I want to share my experiences and explain some of the obstacles I've had to overcome to fly my drone abroad, some of the pitfalls. It's full of regulations and restrictions, and you've got to do exams, you've got to have insurance, and we'll go through all that. Before you fly your drone in the UK, you'll need to obtain your flyer ID and your operator ID. To do this, you'll need to log in online to the CAA's official website, that's the Civil Aviation Authority, and you'll have to complete an online theory test. This will ensure that you know the drone guidelines and you're flying safely, responsibly and legally. And then later on, if you so wish, you can go on and do further advanced tests, which will give you more freedom with your drone and where you fly it. Okay, so planning a flight abroad can be a mission in itself. You need to risk assess the area, you need to look for possible hazards, you need to take into account the wildlife, you need the exact location of your flight, you need to plan the time of your flight, the duration, you're restricted to 120 meters in height, you need to fly your drone within visual line of sight, which is also known as VLOS, and I want to share some of the areas in which I've had to try and obtain permission, and some of the restrictions that's been in place, and you'll see the issues that I've had in trying to obtain flight plans, if you like. Now, if you hadn't guessed, our preferred holiday would be a cruise, and that's bad news if you want to take your drone on holiday. There's only two cruise lines that allow you to take a drone on board, and that is Royal Caribbean and Carnival. There are many cruise lines that have a ban on drones, and this is for the safety of passengers and the safety of the ship. These cruise lines are Cunard, Disney, Marella, Norwegian, Princess, P&O and MSC. There's a strict ban on drones. So that's your first obstacle. The second major obstacle is the Civil Aviation Authority in the relevant European country you're about to visit. So next on your list is your ESA certificate. Now that is the European Union Safety Agency certificate, which is your license or certificate to fly your drone abroad. Then you need to work out whether it's an A1, A3 open category drone certificate you want, or the open category A2. The first category will allow you to fly your drone within 150 meters of buildings and people. The A2 category certificate will allow you to fly your drone within 30 meters of buildings and people. So this would be preferable, but it takes longer to pass that certificate, and in most instances you're going to have to pay for it. Last year we went to Italy on a cruise, and there's so much history, there's so many picturesque sites where you want to get your drone up and get flying and get those shots. But then there comes so many restrictions, and let's just have a look at the map here. But there are so many restrictions in Italy, so let's have a look at the D-Flight map here and show you the restrictions that are in place, especially around the cruise ports. So looking at the map, you can see that the red areas are no-fly zones and the yellow areas are restricted fly zones. And first up is Genoa. It's our first port, so let's see where we can fly in Genoa. So pretty much nowhere of note that I would have wanted to fly my drone. A short train journey from Genoa to Santa Margherita or Portofino, both places that are no-fly zones. La Spezia and Cinque Terre are very picturesque, but again, no-fly zones. If you dock at La Spezia, you can get the train to Florence or Pisa. Pisa is a great site. The Leaning Tower, you want to get your drone up and get some decent shots, but again, it's a no-fly zone. We zoom in on Rome, and then you see that many areas of Rome is just a no-fly zone. You know, you've got the Colosseum, you know, all those historic areas that you just cannot get your drone up. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Providing you have your ESA certificate to fly in Europe, you have your A2 certificate to fly close proximity to people, you can apply to ENAC, which is the Italian Civil Aviation Authority, and providing you have everything in place and your flight plans, you can apply to them for permission to fly in some of these no-fly zones, and they may well grant you permission in certain circumstances. Then again, they may not. So our love of cruising has taken us far and wide. You know, we've been to the Greek islands, we've been to the Norwegian fjords, we've been to the Caribbean, Mexico, Canada, the USA, and every country has drone restrictions in place. Now, from what I understand, the USA are trying to ban DJI drones. Now, these are the top drones on the market, but the USA have got a real problem with China at the moment and these DJI drones. So, you know, in a year or two, these drones could be completely banned from the USA. So I guess in summary, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to get a drone for travel, don't bother. You know, save yourself your £1,000 or your £1,500 or whatever it is. Unless you really want to get into it from a photographic point of view. You know, if you really want to spend time getting all your certificates and doing your courses and learning to fly your drone, and you know, getting a decent quality drone is going to cost you between £1,000 and £2,000, then yeah, go for it. But if it's just for travel and it's just, you know, recreational and you're not going to use it that often, save your money and book another holiday. Right, so thanks for watching. It's a shame, real shame, that something that can be so creative is going to be taken away from us in due course, but it is what it is. Pop your comments below, let me know what you think, and thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe. Catch you soon.